to further understand use of the longsword. Let's actually look at the action of combat itself. Expanding on the fundamental aspects of strikes and cuts in longsword fencing involves a deeper exploration of the techniques, mechanics, and strategic application of these maneuvers. Let's delve into a more elaborate explanation. Overview of basic cuts Oberhau, overhead cut. This quintessential strike descends from an elevated guard position, such as Vom-Tag, targeting the upper body with the combined force of gravity and muscular strength. Its execution can vary in angle and intensity, often used to break through an opponent's guard, or as an opening move due to its straightforward nature and powerful impact. Unterhau, undercut. Originating from a lower stance, like Alber, this ascending cut aims for the lower half of the opponent, exploiting less defended areas. The Unterhau can be particularly surprising, as it challenges the natural downward trajectory of most defensive parries, potentially catching an opponent off guard. Zwerchhau, horizontal cut. Executed across the body, this horizontal strike targets the head or neck, emanating from a side guard. Its effectiveness lies in its ability to intercept and counter vertical strikes while maintaining a position that can quickly transition into other attacks or defenses. Seitenhau, side cut. A diagonal variation of the Zwerchhau, the Seitenhau, allows for a broader range of targets, including the torso and limbs. Its angled approach can circumvent direct defenses, offering a versatile option for striking at intermediate distances. Scheitelhau, vertical cut. Delivered in a perfectly vertical line, this cut demands exceptional control and precision. It is most effective when coupled with a forward step, closing distance rapidly to deliver a decisive blow. The Scheitelhau exemplifies the finesse and accuracy achievable with the longsword. Mechanics of the strike edge alignment. The effectiveness of a cut is significantly influenced by the alignment of the blade's edge with the intended direction of the strike. Misalignment can result in a glancing blow that fails to penetrate, or worse, damages the weapon. Practitioners must train to maintain edge alignment throughout the arc of their cuts. Body mechanics. The source of a cut's power is the coordinated effort of the entire body. Initiating movement from the legs and hips, transferring it through the torso, and out through the arms and sword generates a harmonious and potent strike. This kinetic chain maximizes the force delivered to the target. Grip dynamics. The manner in which the sword is held and manipulated affects the speed, power, and control of a cut. Techniques such as dynamically adjusting the grip during a strike can amplify its effectiveness. For instance, tightening the grip at the moment of impact increases power, while loosening it slightly can enhance speed and fluidity. Advanced cutting techniques. Feints. The art of deception plays a crucial role in swordsmanship. A well-placed feint can compel an opponent to commit to a defensive action against a phantom strike, leaving them vulnerable to the real attack. Mastery of feinting requires not only technical skill, but also an ability to read the opponent's intentions and reactions. Moulinette. This technique involves rotating the sword around the wrist in fluid, circular motions, allowing for rapid succession of strikes from varying angles. The moulinette can be particularly disorienting to defend against, as it presents a continuous threat from multiple directions. Durchwechseln. The act of switching lines mid-attack capitalizes on the momentary openings created by an opponent's defensive adjustments. This technique requires agility and finesse, as it often involves retracting and extending the sword in swift, unexpected movements. Abschneiden, slicing. Unlike percussive cuts, slicing leverages the blade's sharpness by drawing it across the target. This technique is especially useful in close quarters engagements, where traditional swings are impractical. It exemplifies the longsword's versatility, enabling effective offense even in constrained spaces. Integration of footwork. The synergy between footwork and sword techniques is pivotal. Effective footwork enhances the reach, power, and unpredictability of cuts by modulating distance. The ability to quickly close in or create space can force opponents into defensive positions, making them more susceptible to subsequent attacks. Angling attacks. Adjusting the angle of approach through footwork can expose vulnerabilities in an opponent's guard, allowing for more effective strikes. Power generation. The momentum generated by stepping into a cut amplifies its force, making the strike more penetrating and difficult to parry or block. The intricacies of strikes and cuts in longsword fencing underscore the depth of skill and strategy inherent in the discipline. Mastery of these techniques requires diligent practice, a nuanced understanding of the weapon and its mechanics, and the ability to seamlessly integrate movements into a cohesive and adaptable combat style. Through this comprehensive approach, practitioners can elevate their proficiency in longsword fencing, harnessing the full potential of their techniques in both offensive and defensive contexts.